What's going on, guys? Charles Benz here, and today I'm going to show you how to find legitimate replica cars. A lot of you have reached out and hit me up and said, hey, I want to find real replica cars. I've tried to look on, super replicas, obvious a scam. Las Vegas replicas, just a scam. They don't really go into the fine details of how these cars actually get to your house, your place of residence. And all the necessary documents associated with that. So I'm going to show you some really easy ways to find real replica cars. Okay, guys? So first of all, I'm on eBay. And the awesome thing about eBay is that it actually has buyer protection for its cars. So I'm going to type in replica cars. Okay, a little internet lag here. And eBay has a motor site if you aren't familiar with it. So just by typing in replica cars, I'm going to come up with a list right here of a ton of replica cars. Now, not all of them are Ferrari, Lamborghini replicas. A lot of them are AC Cobras and all that kind of stuff, and some replica Humvees. But needless to say, there's some deals to be had. Now, the issue lies in with what country you're looking at. So say some of these are in the US and you're in the UK or Africa and you want to find out, well, how do I get this over here? So that's something you need to contact the dealer. You're going to have to contact your country and find out the laws regarding, maybe you might need to change out the windshield or change out the brakes or something to make that car legal in your country. So there's a lot of different laws within that, and that's another thing with super replicas, to be able to put out a car. I mean, I know it's unfathomable, but just to get this in your guys' mind, some of you that are still in doubt, for them to be able to produce a car for $25,000 that looks exactly like a Ferrari and then be able to ship it anywhere in the world is insane. Like, you'd have to pay a lot of money depending on the different country to ship it there. So let's go ahead and just look at this one. All right, 5,300 a best offer. The thing's obviously not going to be super high end, but let's take a look at it. A lot of these replica cars are based on Pontiac Fiero frames or Toyota MR2 frames. So let's take a look at these. So this one, yeah, we're using a Firebird with this, a 1997 Firebird 3.8 liter V6, which is known for reliability. It's a General Motors engine, and the thing doesn't look real great. It has a few pictures here. I don't know what's going on, if they have like a cover on it or something. So you can see that the guy did some kind of conversion to it, but obviously it doesn't look real great. It doesn't have a lot of detailed photos. But the beauty of everything is right here, and we'll go through a few more, is the vehicle purchase protection right here. Covers up to $50,000 when your transaction is completed through eBay. So that gives you some assurance that when you are doing this, that you're not going to get ripped off. eBay is a big entity, so they have to protect their name. All right, and here we have a 1987 replica. It says, so we got a Testarossa replica, and it's not going to have the V8 high-powered engine, but maybe you have the looks that you're going for, and there's a little Fiero engine in there, so it's like a 4-cylinder engine in there, and you can see that the inside's clearly not awesome, but you get what you pay for, kind of thing. And that's where a lot of guys brought up, hey, well, once the dream's said and done, maybe it's better just to go out and buy, take $20,000 or $40,000, go out and buy a car that's, legitimately made by a real dealership to perform, maybe a Mustang, maybe a Lotus, whatever you want, but it's going to be better. But if you're going for that look, I understand. Not everyone has big bucks to be dropping on something like a Ferrari, but just be warned that if you're paying $20,000 or $11,000 for something that looks like a Ferrari, it's not gonna perform like a Ferrari would, okay? Because this has a 4-cylinder engine as well. Now that's not saying that maybe you go to the right people and you could get a Chevy V8 350 in there or whatever, maybe a V6, get it a little faster. I mean, it's still a lightweight car. It's still going to turn heads, and the current bid's at 12 grand. It has 23 hours to go. Maybe it ends at 14,000. But these are some options, guys. So eBay, check out eBay for sure for a number of different replicas. You can see a Bentley on there. All right, I'm going to go on to the next one. So Craigslist. Craigslist is always an option now. You could kind of check in different big cities would probably be your best thing. So maybe San Diego, Las Vegas, Los Angeles. And go into the cars and trucks section and go by owner and just type in replica and see what comes up. It's not a whole lot. It's popping up, and a lot of this is going to be searching to find out what you want. So you got some older 1968 Ford GT. Alright, so this guy did some kind of modifications to make this thing look like a GT40. Here we go. Bugatti replica. This probably looks like garbage. Oh, it's an old one. Here we go. Ferrari. Alright. Doesn't look great. It's definitely going to need some work, and a lot of these guys, I'm sure you could negotiate with them and stuff like that. And then the last thing I would say, there's a website called LamborghiniReplica.com, and a number of these are just guys who are listing their vehicles that they built as a kit. So right here, this one is Lamborghini GTR convertible, built in 2004, was registered in Michigan, has 14,000 miles on it, has a V6, it was strapped 10 inches. They spent $6,000 on the interior. Apparently, it does look good from this picture. And so this guy has videos on it, saying that he invested $45,000 and then he's selling it for $27,000. Now, it's up to you whether you think that's a good deal or not. Again, if I was going to drop that kind of change on a car, I'd probably want to make the flight out there, look at it in person. That's critical. Make sure that you could actually get this thing registered. Make sure it wasn't all beat up and that you like the way it drives. Because the last thing you want to do is ship something out and then come to find out that you would have rather been happy with something else. So again, just some options here, guys. I wanted to expand your range of being able to find some of these vehicles. So many people were asking about them. So I hope that helps. If you have any questions, feel free to contact me. Leave comments below. Like the video if you liked it. And I will get some more vids out to you soon. And if you guys have anything you want me to look up, again, throw it in the comments section. Hit me up. Let me know what's up. Again, thank you for watching and have a great day.